Caterpillars in dreams often symbolize transformation, growth, and potential. They represent a period of change and development, similar to the caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly. Hello, people, and welcome to D and Z TV. At D and Z TV, we give you insights to what's happening in the entertainment industry and also the Ooni of Ife's palace. So come with me as we take a ride of our lifetime. So right about now, it is pertinent to note that the Ooni had a terrible dream where he saw so many caterpillars all hovering around the whole place. Yes, there were so many caterpillars hovering around the whole place in the palace, which now made him to invite the Ifa priest to come and explain the meaning of all of these caterpillars that he saw in his dreams. So when the Ifa priest came, the Ifa priest now decided to do a few incantations and now decided to give him the interpretations to most of these dreams that he had. The Ifa priest now said the dream could indicate that the Oni is going through a significant transformation or growth period in his life. Now, if you understand, for a very long time now, the Oni has been battling a lot of issues and a lot of things have not been working the way they should work, which has actually put him on edge against most of these Oloris. One of his immediate action or issue has been the fact that Naomi has refused coming back to the palace. A lot of persons have said Naomi does not need to come back to the palace, whereas others have said Naomi can actually still come back to the palace. But be that as it may, the Oni is of the opinion that he wants to allow the gods to take charge. The Ifa priest went ahead to that new beginnings, that it may signify the start of a new chapter of the Oni's project. The Oni is actually passing through his phase, as he passing through a particular time in his life, which means that the caterpillar shows that it's a start of a new chapter. It's actually about going to be a new chapter in the Oni, because when the gods want to show you something, they come in different forms and ways. They could come in one way, they could come in the dream, they could come by vision, they could even come by sending someone directly to come and explain most of these things to you. That is why the Oni saw that caterpillar in his dream. But another thing too that the Ifa priest went ahead to explain was that the caterpillar also represents untapped potentials and hidden talents that are about to be revealed. Caterpillar is actually the transformation part of every human being. So if the Oni decides to now begin to see caterpillar, which means that there are untapped potentials which the Oni need, that potential and hidden potentials that needs to be revealed. As the Oni sleeps and wakes up every day, there are tendencies that the gods always reveal things to him, and these things are things that he's going to use and need to help his people. Now, the Ifa priest also went ahead to say there are also negative interpretations to caterpillar in your dreams. These negativities could be vulnerability and weakness. Yes, vulnerability and weakness. In some cases, a caterpillar dream can represent feelings of vulnerability or weaknesses. Once you have these dreams of weaknesses and vulnerability, it now shows that okay, when you're vulnerable and there are elements of weakness in you, you now notice that you now notice that you're going to be seeing some caterpillars in your dreams, and it might symbolize a sense of being small or insignificant in comparison to others. The Oni's pathway, this has been very, very dynamic and very, very difficult to comprehend, because a lot of things have really, really not been working the way they should work. So if these caterpillars now decide to come to his dreams, it now shows that there's some negativity that have been attached to it. Why wouldn't you have negativity when you have people like Ashley, when you have people like Miriam breathing on his neck, trying to make him feel uncomfortable? Then you should know that negativities will actually spread. Now, the actions of the caterpillar in your dream can also provide clues about its meaning. For example, a caterpillar crawling towards you might symbolize approaching opportunities or challenges. When a caterpillar is crawling towards you in a dream, it just shows that you're approaching a dimension where you could see things differently, and you could want to move to another level of your life. You know, the interpretation of a dream is highly personal and can vary depending on your individual experiences and emotions. It is always best to consider the context of your dream and how it relates to your current life situation. Now, as the Ifa priest continued explaining to the Oni, he also went ahead to say that it might not be rubber stamped that what the Oni saw is how it's going to be. It is really also possible that it might vary. You know, in some cases, when people see a caterpillar coming towards them, it could mean advancement, it could mean development, right? Whereas in others, it could mean slowness, because caterpillars move slow, slow, slow. Whereas if one has seen a tiger or a cheetah coming towards him, you could also and understand that they are actually getting to a dimension of speed and fastness. So these are the things one needs to consider when he's having these kind of issues and dimensions. So it is just pertinent for you to try to understand what works for you. You know, the Ifa priest actually really took time to explain and say, well, the Oni really needs to know that he's getting to a change of dimension, he's getting to a change of attitude, he's getting to a new phase in his life. You know that so much has actually happened to him. It's been so hard for him that even as it is right now, he doesn't really know what to do. He just kind of wants to flow with the tide. He just kind of wants to understand how things are done and how he's going to really manage all this his wives, because this his wives have actually been giving him so much issue and so much stress. You know, and when you have wives who give you issue and stress like this, the best you can do is to consult the oracle to actually give you good insights and mentions to what you're doing. So, if you are curious about the deeper meaning of your dream, you might consider journaling about it or discussing with a trusted friend or therapist. Now, the $1 million question is, who is Oni going to trust that he can have this kind of conversations with? Because the way it is right now, Oni does not even trust anyone. Oni does not even have anybody he trusts. Oni does not even have anyone he can hold on to. Oni does not have really anyone he can really anchor and make close to himself, because things are really, really changing, and things are really, really taking a very new step and a very new dimension. And Oni really needs to be in the center of all of it. All right, people, this is where we'll be stopping this video today. It's been really, really wonderful and really awesome having all of you here with me. If you've not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Click the subscription button, comment, like, and share. And if there's just anything you want to talk about on this channel, do not hesitate to let us know. And guess what? We will sharp bring it to notice, because we're here to give you legitimate information of what's happening in the Oni of Ife's palace and what's happening in the royal family, and the whole drama and the whole razzmatazz. The place you need to get it is Roy DNZ TV. Thank you very much, and see you some other time. Bye bye.